So you notice when I was assembling the Buck-It Lite, I kind of breezed through that. I didn't really spend a lot of time with it. So Split-Fire has an assembly video. Marco went through how to put it together, and I'll put a link in the description, and you can go look at that video. They had at least one more, and then Tony from Tony's Cool Tools. He did a review on the Buck-It Lite too, and I'll just put a link for all those videos in the description. I've been looking at log holders for quite a while and just never really pulled the trigger on it. I've been getting along without one. So recently, we just had some trees cut down here at the cabin, 7 in total. Along with that, I've got some limb wood from some free Facebook Marketplace wood that I picked up over the summer. So I just got thinking recently, man, I got a lot of limb wood. It would be nice to have a log holder finally. I've looked at other log holders in the past. There's some nice ones out there, no question about it, but some of them that I saw were stationary. I wanted something that was portable so that I could put in the truck, I could take it up to the cabin here, and I could take it back home. It was easy to move. And I really thought something on a receiver hitch was the best way to go. There are ones that mount on a receiver hitch. There's one out there. It wasn't really crazy about it. Maybe it works fine, but it only captured the log right on top. It didn't capture the log on the sides at the front of the log. And so I don't know if any of you have ever, you stick your chainsaw into a log, especially maybe more limb wood, and it doesn't start cutting right away. It actually grabs and it pulls the limb, and that's what I was worried about with the other one, was that it's only capturing the log on top, and I'm going to stick the chainsaw in it, especially if it's longer and it's got a lot of leverage on it, and maybe it's going to pull out of there. And so I don't know, that really didn't look like the right thing. But then when the Buck-It Lite came out and I saw how Marco and their team, how they designed this with fully encapsulating this log on all 4 sides, technically, I mean the bottom, and then all of this, I really thought that that's probably that's for sure the best way to go, because there's no way that a log is going to get out of this. And the fact that it's on a receiver hitch, now I don't know if I pointed this out, but I've got an extension on here that did not come with the Buck-It Lite. I had bought that extension previously so I could pull my cart around here at the cabin, and that extension works great. Not only does it encapsulate the wood, it's on a receiver hitch, but you could pull the pin out and you can pivot it. So we could put logs out and cut, and as we get a pile, we can turn it and just keep cutting. So like when I've got my son and my son-in-law up here, and we've got a lot of help, and we're doing a lot of cutting, I really think this is going to work good. I did order it with the optional chainsaw holder. I don't have anything out in the field that I can use to hold the chainsaw when I'm sharpening the chain, so I thought this would be a good option. So I went ahead and ordered that, and of course I ordered the receiver hitch mount. So I haven't had a chance to use it yet. I think I'm gonna try it out tomorrow morning up here at the cabin, but I think this is gonna work out great for us. And today is Sunday, July 12th, and I'm up at our cabin. I'm in the backyard. So if you've been watching my channel, about a month ago, Up in the North Woods was here and cut down some trees that were close to the cabin. And I'll kind of turn you around here. You can see there was a total of 7 trees, and a couple of them looked like they were at risk to possibly hitting the cabin. So I had them up here for that. And while they were here, there were 5 more that I had them cut down, since they had all the equipment here. So I'm going to do a little cutting today. This isn't a big cutting day because it's a Sunday, and we're going to be heading back home. But the main objective here is to try out my new Split-Fire Buck-It Lite. So I got to kind of peel this pile apart and get some limb wood that I can that I could put in the Buck-It Lite and cut up. So let's get going with that. So it's Monday evening. I used the bucket light for the first time yesterday, and after I got done, I didn't really talk about it. I was cutting wood up in the straight sun, no shade, and it was, I don't know what the temperature was, but it was in the high 80s, low 90s, and I didn't even, at the end there, I didn't even feel good. I just had to we had to get cleaned up and packed up, ready for home, and I had to get out of the sun. So that's why I didn't really talk about it yesterday. But so far, I like it a lot. Um, the Split-Fire certainly did not skimp on steel. It's heavy duty. I mean, I'm gonna like it. I don't know if the UPS driver cared for it. He had to haul it up to my steps. Um, but I think it's going to take everything I can dish out for it. You know, it'll take, I'm told, up to a 10-inch log. I don't think the limitation is going to be the bucket. Like I'm going to bend anything or anything. I think the limitation is going to be me, and just how big of a how big of a log can I actually lift and put in there. Um, I did have one log that rotated on me when I hit it with a saw, but boy, it was pretty long and it was banana shaped. And even though it rotated, it didn't come out. And that was a concern I had with another brand of log holder that it could snap out of there, and it didn't do that on the Buck-It Lite. Um, so overall, I'm pretty happy with it. I have to say I'm pretty happy with it. Um, now that we're home here, I'll get it on the back of the truck, and I got. I don't know if you could see that, but I got some branch wood over there that's got to get cut up, and so I can put it to use on the back of the truck. I was really happy with the Can-Am Commander. I thought by the time I hung that bucket light out there and then hung a log out, I thought the suspension might bottom out or something. I didn't know, but really it didn't really move that much at all, I thought. So I think it's going to work great when I'm up at the cabin and putting it on the back of the side by side, the Can-Am Commander. I think it's going to be a good combination. So you see me using the bucket light in future videos. So thanks for watching, and spend some time outdoors.